let's get into business in the 217, where you've got the business community, a close eye on that from the Springfield Business Journal, and the publisher Michelle Ownbey joins us here as she does each and every Wednesday to tell us what's going on in and around the business community. Michelle, let's get right on into it. Mellow Cream. They've got a location that they've closed. What's going on here?
Yes, well, the owner, Amanda Crossland, says she hopes it's only temporary, but, on your city council roundup just a little bit ago, you were talking about the problem of absentee landlords as it relates to residential properties, but sometimes that can be an issue in the commercial world, too. So Amanda Crossland, the owner of Mellow Cream, says that the owner of Fair Hills Mall is out of California. She's never met the owner and says she only sees the property manager occasionally when he comes to town, and that they've been trying to negotiate for about a year now to make some pretty significant repairs, including the HVAC units. So as of yesterday, that Fair Hills Mall location is closed, but she's hoping that if the owner and property manager come to the table and they can work out something on the repairs that are needed, that she will be able to reopen down the road. But for now, you can still get your donut fix at their 4 other retail locations in Springfield, so you have quite a few options. But people are creatures of habit, so I'm sure they're going to be missing that one that's been there since the 1970s.
Yeah, it's a great point you raise, that businesses also have to deal with landlords a lot of times, and if the situations are not being dealt with, it could really compound problems with the business. So interesting to see some of the impacts on the business community from that aspect. Meanwhile, I'm not even going to try to say the next name of a business, but I'll leave that to you. Tell us about a new culinary concept for Springfield that's opening in July.
Yes, if you're feeling like something a little healthier than donuts, Nami Poke is opening there, and most people would think of it as the Lil Willie's barbecue spot, that small building there at the corner of South Grand and MacArthur. Before that, it was Free Press Coffee. Lil Willie's has only been closed for a couple months now, but won't have to wait long for something new to appear there. And the owner's been in the restaurant business for about 10 years, starting with Osaka, but this is his first foray out on his own, and he says these poke bowls are extremely popular, especially in the Chicago area where he worked for a while. You take your sushi or some type of seafood base, generally uncooked seafood, and add your own toppings to the rice bowls, mix it all up, drizzle some sauce on top. Very popular in larger cities, so the concept is finally coming to Springfield, and he hopes to be open by the end of July.
Well, it's a very popular concept in the Bishop household as well. We regularly do this at home, so being able to go to a restaurant to get that fix is going to be definitely worth it, and I'm glad that I left it to you, because I would have just said Nami Poke. But it's Nami Poke.
Right, that's what it looks like.
All right, Nami Poke. So be looking for that sometime in July. Meanwhile, you've got Heidi Clark with Wealthy Juice Company. What's this all about?
Yes, also on the healthy living side of things, Heidi Clark, of course, owns Clark & Company Beauty Lab over there on West Isles Avenue. She's had a salon over there for a number of years, but now she is opening an additional business over in the Gables nearby called Wealthy Juice Company. That's a play on words, Wellthy. And she's going to be doing cold-pressed juice, which she said is also a new concept to Springfield. Of course, a lot of places do smoothies and fruit drinks and things like that, but they're typically processed and have a lot of sugar. So even though there's fruit in there, conceptually, not all of them are necessarily good for you, but she's doing superfood smoothies and the cold-pressed juice and all that with no processing. She's actually going to be building out about 1,500 square feet of space in Kristen Levi's space. She's got a boutique called Again and Again. We talked about that a year ago. She opened up her high-end resale boutique last June. But now Heidi's going to be partnering with her and taking over a portion of that space.
Fantastic stuff, as always, with the Springfield Business Journal. Publisher Michelle Ownbey. Of course, people can get a copy of the Springfield Business Journal, where today you've got a new spread focusing on Evelyn Brandt Thomas. And she's getting ready to celebrate a big birthday. Tell us about it.
Yes. She's on the cover of the new issue of SBJ. She is turning 100 in August, And so we had caught up with her for an interview, kind of reflecting on her upbringing and the start of her company, which is getting ready to celebrate its 70th anniversary. And, she still goes into the office, so good for her. I got to say, I hope I'm actually still coming to the office now and then when I'm 100. But she's quite the firecracker, and we've got some fun photos of her that Terry Farmer did for us. So you'll definitely want to check out that interview in the new issue.
Fantastic stuff there, recognizing a business leader here in the community. Of course, Brandt is a huge name in the agricultural community, so thumbs up. Get your copy of the Springfield Business Journal. Michelle, where can people get that?
Well, the best way is to get online at springfieldbusinessjournal.com and sign up to get it delivered directly to your home or office. And, of course, you can also sign up to get Biz Bites, our weekly newsletter. That's free of charge and comes out every Wednesday afternoon with a roundup of what's happening in the area business community.
Springfield Business Journal, Business in the 217 here each and every Wednesday with Springfield's Morning News. Publisher of the SBJ, Michelle Ownbey, thank you so much for taking time. We'll talk again next week.
Thanks, Greg.
It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and